Won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Welcome to the last installment, or the finale, if you will, of this Halloween series, which I still have not properly named yet. So, how do I explain this? Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be attempting something that I have not attempted ever before in my life. I'm not going to say that it's never been done because I don't know what the rest of the world is up to, but I personally haven't seen this been done before. Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be attempting a full body male to female transformation using illusion body paint. Yeah, I might die. What's illusion body paint, you might ask? Well, illusion body paint is basically using the color black, or actually using any color that matches the background that you take the photo of to block out certain areas of your body to make you take on a new shape, shall we say. It's hard to explain in words, so I'm just going to show you pictures of artists and of certain looks that I like right here. I wanted to do something like this forever, and why not now? At the very end, at the lead up to all of the things that I've been doing all over September to prepare myself for October, why not try it now? When everything needs to be great. Today we are doing that. What is the character, you may ask? Well, we are going right back to the underworld, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing a lady demon. Woo! I feel like I should have created like better names for these things because mad scientist, swamp witch, mutant, and lady demon don't all have a great ring to them, but I'm a makeup artist, ladies and gentlemen, not a writer or namer or whatever you would. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm very tired. Yeah, let's get into the tutorial then, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? The last tutorial of October. Let's do it. Let's kill it. First thing you want to do is grab your wig cap and make sure that you look bald and sexy, because that's what all the boys want. Wow, this is a look. We are now going to move on to the next part. Now, I know you guys all thought I was done with this. I thought it was all over, but it's not. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going back to blocking our brows because this is technically a drag look. So unless you have high arch brows and lots of space to work with, you know the drill. Today we are blocking our brows with Elmer's glue, and we're gonna go do that, and we're gonna do it off camera because I hate doing it on camera. And also you should probably know how to do it already. And if you don't, there's tutorials about it, so go do that. Next up, what we are gonna do is we are gonna take the pink from the Flash palette and we're gonna load it up on a fluffy brush, and we're just gonna stamp this all over our face to give us our base. Oh, that's a dark pink. Color correction going wrong, am I right? Then we're gonna take our beauty blender, which is reasonably damp, shall we say? And we're just gonna bounce that all over this cream paint just to blend it all together. I don't think I've ever looked this beautiful before, so this is fun for me. This is good fun. Next up, we are taking the white Snazzers cream paint that we use for everything else in these tutorials for a highlight. And we're just gonna load this up on a not a flat packing brush, on a small buffing brush, and we're just gonna dab that in all the highlight zones. And then we're just gonna blend all that out. Next up, we are going to be taking a foundation brush. We are going to be taking the cream paint, the pink cream paint from the Flash palette, the blue, and a little bit of the black to create our contour color, to create a very dark purple color. And this is what we're going to use for our contours. Okay, once you've got everything in place, then you want to set everything. Taking your translucent powder and just placing it in all the right areas, which is all over your face. The next step that we're going to try to use is we're going to take the pink from the Sleek palette that we used last time, the Ultimate V1, was it? Yeah, Ultramatte's V1 730, and taking this on a bigger fluffy brush, we are just going to dust this in the transitional parts of the contour to the highlight. This will make an easier transition from the purple to the white. Then we are going to take the purple from the same palette, and we're just going to reinforce the purples that we laid down before, gradually working our way back. And then finally, to make sure that you have the deepest contours that you possibly could have, we are going to dip into the black and mix it in with the purple to make an even darker purple, and just really carve out our cheekbones, swapping in and out of the big brush and smaller brush. There we go. Once all that's been put in place, you are done with your base. Next up, we are going into brows. So we are going to start off by taking the pink from the Flash palette, the blue, and a little bit of the black. And we are going to take an angled brush, and we're going to start on the left eye here. Now, I want this not to look natural, but I don't want this to be too extreme either. So I'm starting off with my left brow. This character is supposed to be a bitch, so keep this very defined and thin. So we're just outlining it, and then we're just going to blend everything forward. Next up, we are taking the blue from this palette, and we are just going to start filling this brow in. They're not even, but that's okay because, well, it's not, but we're just gonna keep going with it. Next up, we're taking the black and we're just gonna be filling in the ends here. We're going to dip into this blue color in this ultraviolet palette from Sleek, and we're just going to reinforce some of this color through the brow. Then we're going to take the black from Kiko, and we're just going to darken these ends up as much as they possibly can. Cool, let's move on to eyes. Now we're going to start off by taking a very skinny flat brush, and we're going to carve out the under eye of, the highlight? I don't know what we're going to do. I love professionalism, and we are just going to carve out this underbrow highlight. Nailed it. Then we are going to set that in place with a flat packing brush with the NYX white eyeshadow and whipped cream. Now, using a medium fluffy brush such as this one, we're going to dip into the purple of the Sleek eyeshadow ultra palette, and we're just going to start giving this eye socket some definition. Taking from the other Sleek palette that I have in Ultramatte V2 V31, we are going to dip into this shade. It's like a dark blue, navy blue, and we're just going to blend that in. Then we're finally dipping into some of the black, very bottom of this, and we are just gonna smoke this out just a wee tad. Then we are going back in with this flat brush. We're gonna carve out the new crease with this white Snazaroo grease paint. Then yet again, we are gonna take the white eyeshadow from NYX and just pat that all over the lid. Taking that purple shade that we had before, we're just going to place that just at the end bits of this lid, just to start off this blend into the smoky eye slash cut crease slash whatever you want to call this. Then working into your blue shade from the other Sleek palette, and then finally working your way down to the black, just at the very end. I'm going to start off the lining process by just lining my eyes here. But then I am going to take the NYX liquid liner and just line my lips. And then it's a waiting game, very much like this. I love makeup. Okay, once that's done, you then want to create an inner corner. Then after all of that, there's more. We're just going to do the exact same process, but now on our under eye. So going in with the shades from both the V3, the V1 and the V3 Ultra Divine palettes, Ultramatte palettes. We're just going to go through the process again. Finally, to finish off the eye look, what you want to do is that you just want to line your waterline in black. Taking a very thin brush, well, kind of thin, we're just going to run black shadow just under it, just so it's a little bit more of a transition and not a harsh line under the eye. Then we are going to repeat everything on the other side. Taking a good little fluffy brush, we are going to take a shimmer highlight, and we are just going to place this on all of our high points of our highlight areas. So the ball of our cheekbone, cupid's bow, our chin, and literally the last thing that we have to do is do our lips. So we are going to take the NYX liquid liner and we're just going to line our lips. After you have lined your lips significantly unevenly, we can move in with the lipstick. Today we are taking the NYX liquid suede lipstick in black. It's the black one. Oh, it's called Alien. Now we're going to get onto the hard part, the body paint. Now this, obviously I can't show all of the body paint that I'm gonna do. When I start painting the lower half of my body, things are gonna start getting quite complicated to film. So I'm only gonna show you the complicated area, which is basically my torso. I'm gonna take you through all the techniques that I'm gonna use that, and essentially everything that you learn that I do in my torso is what I basically do in my legs. And the legs are very simple, just based color and very simple contouring. So there's not much to be shown there anyway. A little bit terrified to actually do this, but I'm sure I'll be grand. Now, when it comes to this type of illusion, you need to figure out what pose you're going to be in. So, I am going to have one leg crossed over because nudity reasons, and the arms are going to be up with one kind of looking at you directly and the other more profile. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to loosely base out my body in pink, and I'm going to draw out what I think I want this new body to look like. So the things that I'm going to slim down are going to be my neck, my shoulders, my muscles. I'm going to draw skinnier arms. I'm going to take some of my back muscles out. I'm going to come under here where my rib cage is and start to build a new waistline for myself. And then taking right from the bottom in, that there is going to be the new waistline. Of course, this is all going to get cleaned up later on. You want to draw out the line first of all. So this isn't going to get cut out too much, the neck. And then we're going to cut out this entire armpit and all the muscle that we have on the underside of our arm. Now, this is where the complicated part comes in, because where the breast is, it is literally just here, and we're going to have to carve out where our new rib cage is going to be and then meet up to where the rest of the waistline is. And there we go. We can already see the effect that this is going to have. Then once we've got the outline, we just want to fill everything in. It's always good to work from light colors to dark colors, which is why we're going in with pink first, and then we're going to clean up around the area with black afterwards. Next up, what I have done is I've taken the blue and the pink from the Flash palette and the cream paints, and I've mixed them together to create this darker purple color, and I've just sketched out the first breast. I'm going to use this color to contour and to blend this out. To help with the blend, I'm going to take a sponge and just go over it a wee bit just to make it a little bit more seamless around the edges. Creams can be tricky, so if you're at home testing this look out, then just try and figure out what works for you. And I'm doing this around the perimeters to give this more of, well, your body's curved, so you need to contour around to make sure that this looks like a round thing. Essentially, I'm doing it to make it look more 3D. So yeah, taking this dark purple color, we're just gonna sketch out the new breasts. Then what we're gonna do is take this purple shade and literally just shade around all of this. We're gonna shade in our collarbones, our neck, and just the perimeter of the body paint. Okay, once we have all our contours in that are done in cream, we're now going to move on to our contours that are going to be white. Just going to load that up in a small packing brush, and I'm just going to highlight where I think we would have white highlights. We're just going to lightly tap over that and bounce over that with a beauty blender or a sponge or anything that you feel fit. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Next up, we're gonna wanna set all of this. So to set all the highlights, I'm taking the finishing powder from NYX in white, I believe, and I'm just gonna put that powder all over these highlights that I've created. And then straight after that, I'm gonna then dip back into the Sleek palettes, and I'm just gonna start setting all of these contours that I put in. Then we're gonna go in with an even darker shade and just really carve out the depth of these contours. Now the idea of this character is that she is from the underworld. That's the impression that we're trying to give. So I think that she needs some interesting armor. If demons are fallen angels and angels are warriors of some kind, then I think armor is something that needs to happen. So I had this idea of having this kind of like spine-like armor, not spine-like armor, but like bony, jagged, almost like thorns. So I'm taking a wet wipe and I'm just creating this idea, creating this shape. Or maybe it won't be armor, but definitely an outfit made of metal. Armor's a bit too out there, considering that what I'm about to draw my face, or draw my body, would not protect you in battle whatsoever. Next up, we are taking a small, well, not really small, but for body painting it's small. We're just going to take a brush, we're going to take a grey body paint, and we're just going to start carving this out properly. Next up, what we are going to do is we're going to take a dark grey from the Sleek palette, and we're going to start shading the inside of this thing that we have just put on ourselves, that is supposed to resemble metal. Oh! Next up, we are taking on a very thin brush some white cream paint, and we're just going to highlight the shiny parts of this metal thing that we have just created. Once all the highlights are in, you want to take a flat brush, you want to take a dark purple shade, and you want to just shade in these edges. Finally, we're going to take this white shimmer shade from Kiko, and we're just going to hit the very high points of our makeup just to give us that extra bit of a wee bit of a glow. It might actually bring some realism to the overall look. Okay, we're looking good so far. The next step for this is to carve everything out in black. Now, we are using another Mehron paint, surprise, surprise. And this is literally just in jet black. Don't think that's the name of it. I think the name, nope, it just says black. So by using this, we're just gonna carve out everything that we've just done. Now I'm only gonna carve out the torso, and I'm gonna do everything else off camera because it's gonna be too difficult to film, and there's really no point in me doing it. Right, okay, and then we'll just do the other wee side, and then after that I'm just going to go off camera and touch up anything else, i.e. do the rest of the body paint. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's us for Halloween. Thank you so much for everybody that has been keeping up to date to this point, because if I haven't killed you with my mind-numbing voice, then I don't know what else to do apart from just say thanks for not dying. I hope you guys all have an amazing Halloween. Thank you so much to Perry Sizing for the wig. The final touches that I did on this were I literally just painted my legs pink and my arms pink and cut out the illusion of what they needed to be cut out, blah 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 blah. And also these horns. These horns were inspired by Jordan Hands, which is a YouTuber here on the YouTubes that's very good at what she does, and she does a lot of body paint and makeup artistry that is incredibly impressive. So if you guys would want to go see her, then you should do. I'm sure I'm doing her a great favor by sending all 4 of the people that watch my videos to go watch her videos, so she owes me. So as usual, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to, words, let's go. Make sure to follow me on all social medias so you can keep up with my quirky antics and all my incredible Instagram looks, kind of. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Also, if you have not liked this video, I will come to your house and stab you. Okay, bye!
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't